23rd, wasn't it? 23rd and 22nd. Yeah, the videos are here. Chris? Is Chris here, or he just joined for joining purposes?
Yeah. He's here.
Right, say something then. Go on.
Yeah, my laptop was messing up.
Okay.
Yeah, so last week we did we were able to create roles from a source account that is a different AWS account that would be able to have access to read only. That would have a read only access in another or a destination AWS account. Yes, so that is basically what we were able to achieve last week. So
okay, yes, I know, but then so the aim is to make sure that you can access Jesse's account, Jesse can access your account, isn't it? Or any other person's account. So which of the roles did we create completely?
Why is it which of the roles, asking?
Which one did we manage to complete? The one that Jesse is coming to your account, or the one that I am coming to your? Can you share your screen and show us what you've got in your AWS account?
Oh, okay. It will take a while. So
to log in. Okay, we need to know that by the time we join the call, we should log in.
My laptop has been messing up. I don't know why. It's
since
running,
yesterday.
It's running slowly.
You're not going to win this argument.
No, this one is an argument. I'm saying the truth.
Okay, so your laptop is not working, and you found out this morning?
No, I mean it's been running slow lately.
The new one that we bought?
No, the new one that we bought. The old new one that we bought, I've not been able to use it. So that one is sitting somewhere.
That's not good then. All right, so I'm also logging in. I should have logged in because I was telling you to log in, and I haven't logged in. Which one did we use? Who has already logged in while this guy is
okay, I think I've logged in, yeah.
Okay, if you've already logged in, can you share one person share their screen and give us a breakdown of what we did?
Can you see my?
Yeah. So explain to us what we
was
to do and what we achieved.
Yeah, I was trying to create a policy, but unfortunately, it's telling me that the user has been taken or something. So I had to use another.
You can't create identical policies with
Sorry?
the same. You can't create policies with the same name. So each policy will have a unique name in your AWS account. Yeah.
Oh, right. So the one I created, I added another S at the back.
Or you can say -2.
Okay.
So -2, -1, -A, -B. Or you can change the name completely.
Oh, okay.
So what if you go back to your so basically whose role have you created? If you go to roles,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because there's no account to use, so
so
I
you
couldn't
got
create any.
destination
Oh,
role Jesse to Oye. Okay.
oh yeah.
So you got destination role. What destination means is that this is what people are going to use to come into your account. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when Oye wants to come into your account, they will use this role. When Chris wants to come into your account, they will use this role. Okay. When Bernard wants to come into your account, they will use this role. And it says Bernard to Oye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you need to also create a role that you will use to go to Bernard's account.
Okay.
And that's going to be the source role. And that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Source role. And it's going to be Oye to Bernard. Yeah. Source role, Oye to Chris, Oye to Jesse. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Has anybody created any source role? I think Jesse, you did last time, didn't you?
No, I think last time we didn't get to that point.
We didn't do the source roles at all. So what we did was we created a user instead, and then we used that user to log in first. Let me go back to the document that we shared again, and then let's see. Let me share my screen. We have a diagram here. So if you look at this screen, so last time, so we created a destination role. A destination role means that the role or the hat that someone or something will put on. Okay. So when they come into your AWS account, they will put on this role, which is the destination role. If you look at this here, yeah, okay, they will put on this one. So that's the destination role. So a role that you yourself have created in your own AWS account or the destination AWS account, because it could be two AWS accounts that belong to you. The destination AWS account that you have created, that if you allow someone to put on, when they come to your AWS account, they can do one or two things. And what we did was we created a user in the destination source AWS account, which is going to be Jesse's or mine. And this one was allowed to put this hat on. Yeah, was allowed to put this hat on. What we are saying is, can we also make another role to be able to put this on? So what today we're going to do, I was going to show you, because I think I did the role assuming a role in the video. So what I'm going to show you is a service or a tool or a resource in AWS, example EC2, also putting a hat on so that it can assume this role. Okay, so we're going to do that today. It's not going to take time at all. And what we will need is to first obviously log in into our AWS account. If I'm able to, for some reason, I'm not able to log in for some reason. The username is, yeah. Did I change the username? Okay. All right. Okay, now let me share my entire screen. Share, stop presenting, share again, entire screen, and I'm going to share this one. Okay. And I think I've been using this. Did I use this one? Go find out. Joshua. This is the account that I was using. So as you can see, I have a destination role here. Okay, so we're going to use create an EC2. Okay, so we need to document this, but let's do it first, and then we'll download the video. I think I've got a video already uploaded here that I'm going to share, and then someone will edit it and do the thing. So let me follow the steps. Okay, so first thing is we will create a resource, and for this we're going to create an EC2. To create an EC2, I think most of us knows how to do it. It's going to be, you go and search for the EC2 console. Okay, I found it the same way we search for the IAM console, and then you find it, you go there, we're going to the EC2 console. EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud, which is where you buy servers and machines. So currently I have no EC2 here. Okay, so we're going to launch one, and you can have the launch instance button here, or you can go to all your instances. So these are the instances that I currently have. Okay, and I will launch one. I can also launch another one here. Okay, so if I launch an EC2, I'll give it a name, and this name is going to be source EC2 to access Jesse account. Okay, so this machine is going to access Jesse's account. The aim is that I can go to Jesse's account and I can do things in Jesse's account. Okay, based on the permissions. I'm going to select Ubuntu. I'm going to select the Ubuntu 24, which is the latest image, IAM. Anybody who's done ISOs or ISO or whatever, that's images. So in AWS, you select an image that you want to use, and then you select the instance type, which is, do you want a CPU 1 or memory 1 or whatever you select. There's a lot of them here. If you want a bigger machine, you can select, but for now, we don't want to pay for anything. So here it says free tier eligible. Okay. You create a key pair. A key is, as it says, a key. What key are you going to put into to allow you to come into the machine? Okay. You create a key. A key always comes with a lock. Okay. Remember that a key has a lock. Every key has its own lock. So what happens is the lock is put on the door, and then they give you the key. So here, what AWS is going to do is they will create a key and a lock, and then they will put the lock onto the machine, and they will give you the key. Yeah. All right. Does it make sense? They will give you the key. So you have to create a key, and as always, you need to name it. Yeah. So normally what I do is I copy the name of the machine and I use it to create the key. Name it the same way. So what happens? You create a key here, and then AWS will ask you which type of key do you want. There are two different types of keys. One is a .pem, one is a PPK. If you are running it from a Linux machine, it will be, you just use OpenVPN. If you're going to use PuTTY, which is a tool on Windows, you can use this one. I will encourage people to use Linux going forward, but if you have a Windows, we can also download the PuTTY PPK as well. So whenever you create anything, any resource in AWS, they want you to name it. Okay. I can also select which type of key. This is a new type of key, and encrypted private key, key pair. They have another one here. I select this one. It's a new one. And then when you create it, what will happen is AWS will give you the key, and then they will put the lock into the machine for you, so that whenever you are coming into the machine and you have that key, you can open the machine and go into the machine. Okay, we will do some of these things later, but this is a quick brief how to create an EC2. So I'll click create, and as you can see, as soon as I created it, AWS has downloaded the key for me, and they are going to put the lock onto the machine when they create the machine for me. So now, if you look at here, they automatically the key has been downloaded onto my downloads because I need it. I can't share this key to anybody. It's just like your house key. If you go out, if you give it to someone, they can come in and they can do whatever they want. Okay. Now, as I said before, every machine, every device in this world has a network, subnet, global network, whatever. So the machine that you're going to create, you need to put it in a network. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to leave it in a default network that AWS has created. And we're going to put firewall in front of it and say that a firewall is a security group. Okay. If you already have a firewall or security group created, you can select one. Okay. Or you can let it create one for you. Okay. In the firewall, what are we going to allow? We are just going to allow for secure shell, SSH, secure shell traffic from anywhere. You can also restrict it and say only my IP address. Nobody else can connect via this SSH and except they are using my house IP address, or you can put a custom one. For now, let's leave it for anyone to be able to go. When you create a machine or you go and buy a laptop, you also need a disk. Sometimes you go to the shop and you ask them what size of disk is in this machine. The first one is what is the memory capacity, the CPU capacity, and the disk. Okay, for this one, we're just going to use 8 gig. We're not going to buy a lot of disk because with AWS, the disk, you have to pay for it. Even though you've got a free tier machine, you still have to pay for the disk. So the bigger the disk, the bigger the cost. So we can add more disk. Okay, and then there's advanced. You don't need to know. Let's leave all advanced selections as default. So this is what you need. Okay, you need to name it. You need to select Ubuntu. You can also select Windows. You can select a Windows machine. You can do anything you want. We could have created a Windows machine, but we've done Linux. Okay, we select all of these. We select the network we want to put in. We're going to create a new one, and so on and so forth. Okay. So now you create launch. I think when you're creating a new one, you should be able to put the name. Will be created a new, and it will be called this. If you edit, will it? Yes, it will allow you to put the name of the security group that you want to create. If you edit, okay. So I don't want it to be called normal. Okay. So when I edit the network, it then gives me option to select which ones and what exactly I want. Okay, see, to change the default. All I wanted to do is to change the name of the security group to this. Okay, right. And then I launch this EC2 instance. And as you can see what's going on here, this is not normal. Let me refresh my page. Yeah, okay. It's created. So if you go to instances, if you go to your list of instances, you should see the new machine running. It's actually initiating. So it's building itself and doing its automated tasks to boot up. Okay, so that's what's happening. So this is the machine, and as you can see, the name I gave it when I was creating it is that. As you can also see, the network that it was sat in, and if you go to security, you see that the security group that I created If you go here again, you will see the key. The key name is also down here somewhere there. This is the key. Okay. So I've already downloaded the key. So when this machine then spins up, everything is working, finish initiating, we can connect to it. Don't worry too much about learning this. We will do it later when we are actually doing a lot of this EC2. But today, the purpose is to use it to connect to someone else's account. Okay, that's the purpose. So it's coming up. Now, if you want to connect, you could connect using a lot of things, but we haven't set them all up. So the best way is to connect via your own laptop. So from your laptop into that, and we're going to use a tool. This is the command line tool to connect. Yeah. If you're using Mac, it's called Terminal. If you're using Windows, it's called Linux. It's called Terminal. If you're using Windows, you have to PuTTY. But even Windows now, you can get a Ubuntu terminal installed on your Windows. Okay. So who here don't have access to any of these? And what have you got? Windows, which operating system are you running now on your laptop? The laptop you're using to make this phone call. Is it Windows? Okay. Whose Windows?
All of us.
Are you in their house?
Oh.
Talk for yourself.
I'm using Windows.
You're also using Windows. Yeah. Oh yeah, are you also even using Windows?
Windows, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't want to go through too much. So what I will do.
Sorry, which Windows are you talking about? Let me be sure.
Microsoft Windows. So,
okay.
Windows 11.
Yeah.
That's what you're using. Okay. I really don't want to teach how to connect to a machine. So what we will do is I will create a Windows machine instead. Okay. I'll create a Windows machine instead. It will be easy to use that machine than to use a Linux machine. Okay. So let's do that. So I'm going to delete this. Okay. This one that we have just worked on, I'm going to delete it. As you can see, I will terminate. Okay. And it will tell you, are you really sure you want to terminate this? Yes, I'll terminate it because I don't want problems. I don't want to teach all of this today. So let's just use a machine that we all know. Okay. So we will create this machine. And then we will select, put the same name in there. But this time around, we will select Windows. Okay, Windows. We'll select Windows. And then we're going to select this Windows Server or Windows. What type of Windows? They've got different type of Windows. Windows Server 22, Windows Server 25 base. Let's just use this one. Okay. Windows Server base, we select, and we're going to use the default, or does it have a free tier eligible? There's no free tier eligibility. Okay, we're going to delete this as soon as, so let's just keep the default. We're going to select a key pair. Okay, it doesn't have any key pair, so we'll create one. And you see, it doesn't allow us to select anything. Okay. Create one, and then we'll call it Windows. Same name, but Windows. Okay. See, it doesn't allow for that. You can do PPK. I think for all of us, let's do PuTTY. Oh, let's do this one for now. And again, it gets downloaded. Yeah. I'm going to keep everything as it is. Or I'll edit this and name it. Name the security group. Windows. Now remember that for Windows, you connect me using RDP, not SSH. Okay, and we are saying, and the port is this, and we're saying that we want to connect to anywhere from anywhere in the world. So that's RDP 3389. Okay, and we're going to use 30 gig because obviously Windows is huge. So by default, AWS is suggesting you use 30 gig, and then we're just going to launch it. Yeah, I'm going to launch. Why does it do this? Anyway, I'm going to go to instances, and we'll wait for the instance to boot up. Okay. Yeah, that's it there. This is the Windows server. Now, to connect to a Windows machine, we all know that we need a username and password. Flowers, can you close the door or turn it down? Where is Joshua? Joshua, have you finished eating? You dressed and everything ready? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So if you go to connect, it will give you a lot of information. Okay. If you want to use this, we haven't set it up, so we'll use RDP. Okay. It's a remote desktop protocol. Now, you need the password. Okay. To get the password, obviously you're going to log in as username, administrator, and the password is here. To get the password, you have to decrypt it. And this is where, please wait at least 4 minutes after launching an instance before trying to retrieve the automated password. Okay, let's just wait. Windows is connecting using Fleet Manager. You can connect with SSH, but I don't want to do this as well. So let's wait 4 minutes. When the password generation comes, we can then decrypt it. It's not ready yet. Okay. Now, you will use remote desktop. Okay. RDP. I have mine here. Can Jesse share his screen and show us his remote desktop, please? Because I'm using a Linux machine and the tools I have will be completely different from what you have. Okay. So Jesse, if you share your screen, let's do from yours.
All right, so I click on start and type remote desktop connection because I have it in, it's there by default. There is also the one that Microsoft creates, which is remote desktop. It's called the remote desktop app. So any of them you choose works.
Yeah.
So I will use remote desktop connection here. And,
yeah. Okay, so Jesse, can you create the Windows server in your AWS account, and let's connect to that one. While we wait for mine to get ready to get a password, let's do yours so that it will also do the same. Can everybody create one? So while Jesse is creating his, can everybody go to their AWS account, follow the same steps, and let's all get to that stage. Basically, when we finish with yours, I will do mine, and then yours will be ready by that time. Yeah.
Right.
So logging into your AWS account.
That's my AWS account. So we want to create an EC2. So click on EC2. Yeah.
Remember, you will pay maybe $1 for this task. So AWS will charge you at least $1 or $2 because we're only going to do it for 30 minutes and we're going to delete it. Okay. So bear in mind that you should expect a bill end of the month for this task.
Instances.
Launch an instance. Yeah.
So where is it?
Launch an instance on the top right, yellow.
Launch an instance.
Yeah.
Name.
You can call it source to connect to Bernard's account, or first whoever. Let's call it source to connect to anybody's account. Anybody. We're not going to create one per person. Source to connect to anyone's account.
Source to connect.
To all, connect to all.
iPhone is accepted. Source to connect to all. All right, that's the name of it. All right, and then the OS we're choosing is Windows.
Windows, yeah. Use the default.
This is free tier eligible.
Yeah, yeah.
So there shouldn't be a bill then.
Well, it's eligible. it's eligible. There shouldn't be a bill for that instance, but the disk that you're going to create will be there's a cost there. Yeah.
So this is
this. Yeah. And then select the
Which one? D3 micro?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Good. Key pair. Create.
Yeah.
RSA.
You can create a PEM. It's okay. PEM will work too. You need to put the name at the top.
Yeah. Source to all. Source to all.
Windows. Source to all Windows. Put Windows so that you know that this is a Windows key pair.
Windows. All right, create key pair.
Yeah, it will automatically download. Yeah. Don't open it yet. And continue with your. So go to networking, edit the networking.
Network.
So edit the network settings. There's an edit on the right here. In this same, that way you can actually edit this. Don't change anything except the name of the security group. So security group name, and then put the name source to all Windows.
Source to all Windows description. DevOps, yes. Students. Okay.
Yeah, and then go down, leave everything as default. The yellow button on the right, launch instance.
Launch instance.
And voila, the instance will be ready. And this is where it's going to take 4 minutes to be able to give you access to the machine. Okay. So I want everybody to get to this stage. I will take over and then continue and see from my side if I'm able to get the password. Okay. Has everybody got to this stage?
If we are using Windows, that means we don't need to create any, we don't need to generate any key.
No, you still need to generate a key.
I didn't see Jesse doing that. That's why I asked.
No, he did it. He actually did it.
Okay.
And it got downloaded.
Oh, okay. Oh, probably I missed the
If
part.
you don't generate, you cannot connect. Remember, the machine, before anybody can connect to it in AWS, because it's publicly, you need a lock and a key. And they will give you the key so that when you're coming, the key is what we're going to use to actually generate the password. Okay. So without a key, you can't generate the password. Okay. So if you're struggling to get here, sorry.
So right now, can't I just do my RDP and connect? It says it's running.
Yeah, no. It did say that it would take 4 minutes before it will give you even the password to be able to come in. And that's why we did it. So now let's see from mine, if I've got the password. So let me share my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen now? Yeah. So if I want to get password, you see now it gives me access to this console to be able to generate the password. Okay. So I will upload the key file. I go to my downloads and I give them the key that was just given to me to generate the password. Yeah. So this is it. And this is the key. It puts the key in there and then it will decrypt the password for me. Voila, I've got the password. Okay. And this is what it's saying. It will take 4 minutes for you to be able to get this password. Okay. So this is the password. So what I do is I go to my remote desktop, and this is completely different from everybody. But all you need to know is it will ask you of the machine information and the password, username and password. Okay. So I'm using a remote desktop. I'll set up a new one, and it will ask me for the server. I'll put the password there first. Yeah. It will ask me for the server information. So the username, I'll go and copy it. I'll go and copy the username, which is this. Copy. I'll go back to ADP, put the username there. Okay. The server is the IP address of the machine. So I'll go to AWS. I don't want to close this page, so I will just open a new one. Again. So I'll open a new tab, go to the machine. And you need the public IP address of the machine. Okay. This is it.
Mine is ready.
You got a password, yeah?
Not yet. It says I can download the file, connect using RDP client.
You need to
password there. So
okay, forget the password. Okay, so now all you need is you need to change your name. So this one is DevOps training test. I'm naming it so that because I have a lot of RDPs here, so that when I come here, I will know which one. So it asks you for username and password, and then you can select some things that you want. How do you want it to look like when it comes online? All of these advanced things, which I'm not going to add to it. So I just use the basic. If you want to share some folders between your laptop and that, you can select which ones you want to share. You want to also select how the resolution will look like. Use in initial window size, use client resolution, and then you can save this and connect. Yeah. Internal error. Why? Cancel. Okay. What did I select that to make this internal error thing? Save and connect. Oh my God. Okay, let's do it again. Jesse, can you share your screen and let's do from yours as well? Because obviously you have Windows. You're using Windows as a desktop. If the 4 minutes is up.
Yeah. So I'll share my screen. And present the entire screen. So
I've been able to connect to mine.
You've already connected to the machine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see Jesse's as well.
So with the remote desktop connection icon here, I will now, the machine I'm connecting to will be, I think this is the IP address, auto-assigned IP. So I'll put it here and then connect. I've already decrypted my password and kept it somewhere. So this is another one. This is my Windows. To allow me. No, that's not it. It's using the wrong one here. Connection is a different account. No, this is not going to work.
What do you mean?
It's asking me to use, it's using a different email account here for Windows security.
No, so you need to create a new connection.
Remote desktop connected.
So options.
Connection. No, display advanced. Hold on, terminal. That's not. Let me see.
This is why I love Linux. Right now we finished. We are in the machine.
Settings. It is not working.
Okay. So I'm also connected to my machine.
Oh, you know what? Couldn't I have just downloaded the RDP file and just
Does it have an RDP file on AWS?
let me see. Connect. Auto sign. Launch DCC. Instant launch time.
No, connect at the top. There's the top. That's connect. And the ways you can connect are here. So you want to do RDP client, download remote desktop file. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I just double click it to open.
And then it will connect. Okay, cool.
Connect.
Happy days. So that's really easy then. And then you put the password.
No, is that the password?
Well, I'm already in mine. Okay. So let me share my screen.
Sorry. That's the password. It's correct now. So don't ask me again. Yes, connect.
Okay, so this is mine. And unfortunately, the resolution is really, really poor. I should have chosen. Let me kill it and connect again and make changes to my proper resolutions. So for my Linux, I'm able to do this. I think this is it, isn't it? Yeah, this is it. So what I'll do is I'll edit this, and then I'll change the resolution down here. So resolution, use client's resolution, save and connect. Okay, so I'm in the Windows machine. Guess what? This Windows machine is sitting in AWS. It's sitting in AWS. So we have created a machine in AWS that is that we have connected to it. Okay, and this is a Windows machine. Okay, it's booting itself. It's going to come online, and it's a very small machine, as you all know, very, very small little machine. So it's going to take some time to do its thing. It's probably finished. No, still going. All right. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to use PowerShell. I'm not going to spend too much time with Windows. So we're just going to use PowerShell, okay? So Windows PowerShell AWS CLI. Okay. Still going. Come on. How slow can this machine be? What have I done now? Windows. If Windows people watch me this video, they will not be happy at all. They'll be like, this guy doesn't like Windows at all. Look, messed up my laptop. So slow. Okay, it's back though. It's here, so we got it. Okay. Now remember, there's a tool called for AWS tools. Yeah, AWS tools. As you can see here, we need to install some tools on the Windows machine to be able to interact with AWS. Remember, even if you create a machine on AWS, you should see it as a machine sitting anywhere. It could be sitting anywhere. It doesn't have any relationship with AWS. It's just a Windows machine, just like the one you've got in your house. Whenever you create any machine, sometimes some of them already come with AWS tools pre-installed. Okay. So what we want to do is to install AWS tools on this machine. Okay. And you can use that. I haven't done this for a long time, so what we will do is to install a package and run the following command: start PowerShell. Okay, so I'll move this here, and then we can do it together. So you can start PowerShell. This machine is so slow. Oh my word, it's gonna slow us down. We'd have done a bigger machine. It's gonna slow me down. Okay, so we're gonna start PowerShell. We are on the machine. It's oh yeah, here. Yeah, okay.
I'm here.
Yeah. The machine is very slow, so it takes a while for it to boot up or do anything. Very sorry. So as I said, this is a machine that we're going to use. It's sitting in AWS. We're going to use it to connect to or talk to anybody's account. Okay, so what we'll do is we may not finish. We can continue tomorrow. We will at least get things installed on the machine and stop it. We'll stop it before we leave today, okay? So that we don't have to pay for anything. All right. So this is PowerShell. And as you can see, it's literally simple PowerShell. I'm going to copy a command from AWS documentation that will help you install AWS tools on this machine. Okay. So, oh, I can't even copy and paste. I didn't set it up properly so that I can copy and paste. Is it? Okay. So what I'll do is, oh no, I'm copying and pasting somewhere wrong. I was pasting in the shared document. Okay, right. So install module name aws.tools installer. All right. Okay. Enter. And since this machine is very small, it may take some time to run. I've hit enter twice, already running a command, please wait, and it's not showing anything. In fact, what I would do is I can't be bothered with a small machine, so I'm just going to go and change the machine type. Pay a little bit more. So what if you want to change the size of a machine? This one is running T3 micro, it's too small, can't do anything Windows. Windows is huge. So what I'll do is you stop it first. You stop the machine. Okay. Wait for it to stop. It says stopping. That's the status. When it's stopped, it will say stopped. Let's refresh and see the status. It takes a while to stop. As you can see, I stopped. Is it not? No, it's still stopping. As you can see, I can't connect to RDP. Where is it? Where's my RDP? Did I close it? Where's my RDP? I think I closed it. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. It's still stopping. It's Windows for you. Takes a while to pick up. So I have a hard stop at 8:10. Okay. So hopefully we'll get some things installed and then we can continue tomorrow. Now it's stopped. So I can go to here, actions, instance settings, and I'll say change instance type. Okay. I'll choose a bigger machine. Can't be bothered. Really can't be bothered. Because I'm going to stop it, I'll just choose this super machine, extra large, which has 4 core. Yeah, it's even bigger.
So the reason we didn't use Linux?
Because all of you are using Windows. I don't want to
use the Linux because that's part of the learning.
Yeah, next time. Because Windows is yeah. Okay, so fail to modify instance type does not support you. Okay. See, let me use M5. M5 will work. M5. M5 definitely will work because I have M5. Okay. Change. Yeah. Okay. So I'm buying a bigger machine, which will be now it's going to say M5, and then I can start it. Okay. When I start the machine now, it will have a bigger memory resources so that it can do things faster for me. So it's starting now. Okay. Now, one thing you need to learn today: whenever you stop a machine and you start it, the IP address changes. So you see, as soon as you stopped it, now the IP address has changed. The username and password, everything will be the same. It's just the IP address that changes in AWS. There's a way to make sure that IP address doesn't change. That's not the purpose of this course. But just bear in mind, if you haven't done that static IP address, or every time you stop and start a machine, the IP address will change, which can come back and bite you. So when you go to your RDP settings, you need to edit that and put the new IP address. So tomorrow morning when you come back, your IP address would have changed. Okay. So let's see if the machine is ready. Still initializing. I think we can connect. Sometimes it says initializing, but you can connect. So let's try and see. This is the one. As you can see, it's connecting. It's connected. You see how quick it is. It's a bigger machine. Let's run PowerShell. Oh my word. What's going on here? Okay. Did I not choose? Okay, it's okay. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Right, we got PowerShell, which will, okay. So let's install the tool that it. Oh, sorry guys, I need to go back and make sure that I can copy and all that. So I'll edit this. I'll say share folders, and then I'll say let's share fast. System restricted. So connect. I think I've done something really wrong. Let me go back. Yes. Oh, that's what's going on. So because I have 4 screens on my laptop, on my machine, it's displaying 4 screens. Oh my days. It's displaying 4 screens. Okay, don't worry. See what I tell you about my Windows. I don't know Windows, so I can honestly not say. Okay, so let's install. Okay, so it should be running. Tomorrow we can try and use Linux and see as well. If it was Linux by now, I'm finished. Can we do task manager control alt delete? It's definitely working on the background. I just want to see the task.
Joshua, did you do what I told you to do? Hurry up and do it.
Yeah, okay, so we're there. Import wise, yes. Viewing PowerShell to get installation and import it and get no, yeah. Yes. Okay. And then we run this command. Which will then ask us again. Ooh. Even this big machine, things are slow. To be honest, I think these commands are not the ones I was looking for. These are installing tools that are really amplifier, all of these. Let me cancel it. Come on. Yeah, I think these are the commands that I needed. Not that one. So it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, just this command is what I needed. And then I can then run AWS version. To install the CLI. That was all. The term AWS is not recognizing this. What happened? To confirm that, so let's start the menu. Okay, so go to start menu. And you need to write CMD. Let's run as an administrator. Command prompt. Yeah, and then run AWS. Okay, so CLI is now installed. So AWS S3 LS, it will tell you that the machine doesn't have permission to do anything. Okay, so the machine doesn't have any credentials to do anything. So we have a machine which is sitting in AWS, but it still cannot do anything AWS. What it means here is AWS S3 LS is a command that we use to list all the S3 buckets in an AWS account. Okay, AWS S3 lists. Okay, but the machine doesn't have, cannot do that. Now let's go back to our diagram. So we have an EC2 sitting in this source AWS account. Okay, and this EC2 currently cannot even find out anything about this AWS account. Okay, so it wants to find out all the buckets in S3. It can't. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this hat on this machine. We're going to put a hat on this machine. And that's what a role means. Without the role, the machine cannot do anything. It needs permission. Even though it's sitting in AWS in the same your own AWS account, the machine needs a role. You get my point? And that's why we create an IAM role and I add that role to this. Okay. Now we already have a role. Did we create the source role? We didn't. Okay. So this is the machine. And what we do is we attach a role to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this machine because we are running out of our time. And then what we'll do is tomorrow when we come, we'll continue with this. Okay. Get to this stage. You can buy a bigger machine if you want it to be fast. I'm going to put the command that you need here to install the CLI. I'll put it in the WhatsApp group chat because that's much better. Okay. And I'll put the document as well that I used. Link to that document. And tomorrow we'll continue. So we managed to create a machine sitting in our own AWS account. It can't even do anything in our own AWS account. Can't do nothing. So we need to make sure that it can do things in our AWS account and also make sure that it can also do things in someone else's AWS account. Make sense? Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. All right, I'm going to stop this machine. All I do is click stop. And as soon as it stops, I'm not paying for it. What I'll be paying for will be storage. Okay. So tomorrow when we finish, I will delete it. And then I don't have to pay for anything. Okay. So stop yours. If you have one, just stop it for now. Tomorrow we'll continue. All right. Cool. I have done the video. So this is it. I haven't edited it or anything. I'm going to share the link of this video to the Google Classroom. That was last week. So I'm going to add. Okay. So I'm adding this video. I will edit the video recording name and everything. So this should be available in Classroom for you as well. Okay. This Classroom thing is really cool. It will have the labs, the videos, everything in one place. Cool. All right. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. Chris, you're still here. You need to go.
Yeah, I wanted to finish.
No, but you don't need to be in the video.
Oh.
You need to leave the call and go and continue, because if you stay on the call, you know what happens to the video.
Yeah, but I thought an awesome minute.
No, and that's why because of you, I wait till you leave before I leave. So leave.
Okay, bye.
You're not gonna wait. Bye.